Hello, I'm Sam Yau. I'm number 70, driving for Team Machine. My car is a 2008 Lamborghini Gallardo GT3. I race in the GT3 class in Asia GT3 series. Let me show you around the car. Basically, the front of the car is a little bit different than the street version. As you can see, it has a big diffuser on the bottom for aerodynamic downforce. And also, the front fender is a little bit wider than the street version as well. You can probably get a better view if you see the difference. It comes out a lot wider. So obviously, when you have a wider track, you have better handling, especially on a high-speed corner. Okay, now we'll talk a little bit about the rear of the car. Basically, the engine is the same as a stock street car. Has roughly 525 flywheel horsepower. Now, all the power is put through to the rear wheels. On the street version, it's all-wheel drive. So on a street Gallardo street car, all four wheels gets power. For the race car, the power only goes to the rear wheels of the car. The only major difference between this motor and the regular street Gallardo, the major difference is the transmission. This has the race pedal shift transmission. This makes a major difference as far as how fast you change gears, upshift and downshift, okay? Which you don't really see because it's all within this look like an atomic bomb kind of thing here. That's your transmission. There's a flywheel, clutch, and another difference is the intake system here. This is the throttle body, okay? And the intakes, this is the intake, okay? It sucks air from outside on both sides, on the left, on the rear of the car as well. And another difference between a street car and a Gallardo GT is the exhaust. As you can see, it has pretty much a straight pipe. It doesn't have a lot of restrictions. Doesn't have restrictions meaning noise, and also doesn't have a catalytic converter. Another major feature of this car, especially in the rear, is the massive rear wing you see here. This is a must attract like Sepang and Shanghai, where you get a lot of high speed. Corners are also high speed on the straights. This creates a lot of downforce. You know, as you saw earlier on the front, you have a big spoiler and the diffuser. That helps downforce for the front. But this rear wing helps downforce for the rear. There's a lot of adjustability on this wing. As you can see on the bottom, you can set from 1 to 15 on the height. You can set the height, you can adjust the angle of the wing to create more downforce or less downforce, okay? So that's the wing. You can, on the bottom is a diffuser. That also helps aerodynamic for stability and also helps the car stay down on high speed. This here is basically is a built-in jack system on these race cars. You hook up this to the sort of like your nitrogen tank, and either you can engage it where you can raise up the car without manually jacking it up, or you can disengage where you can drop the car. Okay. Other than that, you know, between the wing, the rear diffuser, and the sort of your built-in jack system, this is pretty much the same as well. Now I'll show you a little bit about the interior of the car. Basically, this race steering wheel has many features. Let's go through a few of them. Right here is a radio button. When I want to talk to my race manager or my pit team, I basically this is how you engage the conversation. The pit button here is basically every racetrack has a speed limit on the pit area. So when you press this, it limits your speed to up to 60 kilometers an hour. Display gives you different options to look at the onboard computer system. You can check your oil temperature, you can check your water temperature, you can check your lap times, you can check your RPMs, and there's many information that you can retrieve from pressing this button. Basically, this is called clutch AGS. To engage to first gear and back to neutral, and as well as reverse, you have to hold on to this while compress the clutch at the same time. This car is basically a pedal shift. You know, upshift is on the right, downshift is on the left side of the steering wheel. Straight to the point features on the dash. Obviously, there's no window, so we don't use any of that. No traction control, the gas cap. These are basically dummy buttons, okay? So the ones that are functional are the ones that's labeled here in green. As you can see, from start button, you start the car. This is the put the power on, okay, to give the car battery life. We have different mode for traction, okay? If you're racing in the rain, we will put up to a wet mode. That gives you more traction control, so the car doesn't spin and you don't lose traction as much. Normal racing like today, we use the dry feature, or we completely take off, whereas there's no traction control at all. Fan is basically fan. We run the motor to try to get some air in the car. And basically there's an emergency button here, God forbid, not when anything happens to the car. Basically there's a built-in fire extinguisher in the car. So this is how you engage it. You press the button and you try to put out the fire. Cool shirt is a must here in Malaysia. So we definitely use it on every race, every practice, any chance that we get in the car. So that's how you engage it. Basically is attached to, I wear a shirt, a cool shirt that basically has tubes that you can run ice water or cold water throughout your whole body. And this is how you run through the tubing. It connects to like a cooler, and inside there's ice and ice water. Remember, number 70, Sam Yau, Team Machine. Don't forget. Hope you enjoyed what I told you about the car, and come support the races as much as you can. Thank you.